Right, let's stay with the ICC question, and the National Council of Churches of Kenya has added its voice to calls for caution in the election of Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, who are facing charges at the ICC. The NCCK General Secretary Canon Peter Karanja says it will be difficult for Uhuru and Ruto to run the government while attending court sessions at The Hague. He also defended foreign missions over their sentiments on the same, saying the envoys should not be ridiculed as they had not taken sides in the forthcoming elections. Rita Tinina reports on the NCCK's stand on the ICC factor in the March 4th polls.
After a two-day meeting of the National Council of Churches of Kenya Executive Committee in Limuru, the NCCK was making its voice heard in the run-up to next month's election.
We are concerned that the majority of Kenyans do not have voter competence to enable them participate in the elections.
In Eldoret, the Danish ambassador to the country had a different concern, setting the record straight over accusations that some foreign missions were against the candidature of Jubilee's Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, who are facing charges at the International Criminal Court.
It's for the Kenyan people to choose who they think should be their next leader.
Foreign missions, including Britain and France, have lately come under pressure from leaders in the Jubilee coalition over their warning that it will not be business as usual if voters elect a president facing charges at the ICC. But the National Council of Churches of Kenya has now come to the defense of the foreign missions.
When things went haywire after the last elections, it's actually the intervention by foreigners that helped bring Kenya back on track so that we can repair as we have done. And it is not fair for people to ridicule them as is sometimes happening. But also to say that this election is a Kenyan affair.
Uhuru has dismissed critics questioning his ability to run the country while having to deal with court sessions at The Hague.
Definitely it would not be as simple as running the country from State House. Fortunately, Kenyans are well appraised of this matter. As they go to the elections, we ask them to exercise their discretion.
The NCCK says the law should reign supreme in the question of the eligibility of Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto to run for president and deputy president.
NCCK asks for following of the law. And there is a case in court, we shall go by the outcome that is given.
The NCCK, which is calling on President Kibaki to gazette the National Land Commission, has pledged to play a key role in preparations for the coming election, saying it will enhance its voter education and mobilize voters to get out and vote on election day.
We urge the political class to conduct themselves with decorum and follow the law during the remaining days.
The church has in the past been accused of failing to offer leadership and the voice of reason in the murky world of politics. Now, as the country heads to one of its most crucial elections, the men and women of the cloth are pledging to be committed players as the election date draws ever so closer. Rita Tinina, KTN, Limuru.